Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day and thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I want to share with you this really natural and simple, quick and glowy look which will be perfect for every day. So if you want to know how I get this look, please keep watching. So we are first going to start with mattifying our face. So I'm using this Cover FX mattifying primer and I'm basically going to apply this to all the areas of my face where my makeup tends to slip and slide. So on my forehead and on my cheeks. Next for foundation, I'm going to use the Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation and I'm basically going to dot this all over my face and neck, and then as usual using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend it into my skin. But today I'm going to add a few drops of my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir face oil, and I found that basically adding the face oil to my beauty blender and then using it to blend into my skin, it really gives me that glowy and fresh look from within. So I really like using that. Next for concealer, I'm using my trusty old Tarte Shape Tape and basically applying it to all the areas where I like to highlight and conceal. So the usual areas, and then again adding a few drops of my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I'm going to take like the tapered end of my beauty blender and blend it all into my skin. Next I'm going to take this yellow powder from the Wet n Wild contouring palette and I'm basically using my beauty blender to set my concealer. So basically what this powder does is it brightens and sets the concealer at the same time without looking cakey, and that's why I really love this. So I'm going to take this to all the areas where I applied and blended my concealer. Next I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Matte Stick in the shade Truffle. It's been so long since I used this to contour and chisel out my cheekbones. So I'm taking this to all the areas where I usually like to contour, and I'm also taking it on the sides of my nose to define it a little bit, and then taking my same damp beauty blender and a few drops of Farsali Rose Gold Elixir, I'm going to blend it all into my skin. I basically love using this cream contouring stick because it leaves a really natural finish on the skin and my contour looks really natural. I like to use a fluffy eyeshadow brush when I'm blending my nose contour because it gives me more control and precision while I'm doing that. Next, to set all the contour in place, I'm using the contouring powder from the same Wet n Wild palette and basically topping that to all the areas where I applied the cream contour. Next, from the Huda Beauty 3D Highlight Palette, I'm using this Dusty Rose blush shade. I absolutely love using this blush. It gives the most natural flush on the skin. So I'm using that on the apples of my cheeks and basically sweeping that towards the back of my face. And from the same palette, I'm going to use this highlight shade. I really love this gold highlight. It really gives a nice natural glow to the skin. Absolutely adore it. I'm also taking that on the centers of my face to make my face look more highlighted and glowy. Next, moving on to the eyes, I'm going to prime my lids using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and then blend it into my skin using my beauty blender. For eyes today, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Edition palette, and using this mauvey pink shade called Bobby from the palette, I'm going to apply this in my crease. I'm going to use this mauve shade as a transition / crease shade. Then I'm taking the shade called Shy, which is a light pink shade. I'm using all mattes today, so this look is going to be really simple. With Shy, I found that it isn't as intense as the other shades, so I had to really go back and take more of the product and then blend it into my skin. So while I was doing that, I noticed that my crease had started fading off, so I again went into Bobby and started intensifying my crease. I basically had to do this a couple of times or 3 times to get the intensity that I wanted. Next, I'm going to take this black shade and basically I'm going to intensify the outer V of my eyes. I really like a nice defined outer V, as you might have already guessed. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm blending it a little bit into my crease as well. Next, I'm going to line my upper lash line using my Kat Von D inked eyeliner. I really love using this liner pen because it's one of those felt tip liners, makes the job of applying eyeliners really simple. I'm basically creating a little wing on the outside, nothing too dramatic. And then I'm going to take this shade called Bay from the eyeshadow palette and basically apply it as a highlight under my brow bone. Next, for lashes, I'm using my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, and you know how much I love using this. So I'm actually going to apply 2 coats of this mascara today because I want the focus of this look to be my eyes, and I want my lashes to be really fluttery and voluminous. So I'm applying 2 coats of this mascara. And then I'm going to use the shade Bobby on a sort of pencil brush, and I'm going to take this, you guessed it right, under my lash line. So basically I'm going to take this all under my lash line. I feel that it really helps complete the eye, and I felt like I needed some intense eyeliner on my upper lash line. So I'm using my NYX liquid liner and I'm going to line my upper lash line. For lipstick today, I'm going to use the Flower Beauty lipstick in the shade Cinnamon something. All the details of the products used will be in the description box below, so be sure you check it out. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching me create this really fun, girly, and perfect for spring kind of makeup look today. If you do recreate this look, don't forget to tag me in all of your social media posts. And if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And on that note, take good care of yourselves, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.